Have you ever wondered how women are always lying and cheating but never seem to get caught? Ever been dumped or served divorce papers out of the blue without warning? Have you ever been completely blindsided by the shocking discovery of your wife or girlfriend's cheating? Of course you have. We all have. Hi, I'm Donovan Sharpe, and I have a lifetime of experience with women. Some experiences were great, others not so much. I've been cheated on, lied to, taken advantage of, you name it, it's happened to me. Most men these days are completely clueless about how women communicate. As men, we tend to communicate overtly, meaning we say what we mean and we mean what we say. Women, on the other hand, communicate covertly, which means what they say and what they mean are often two very different things. And therein lies the problem. It's much more difficult to understand covert communication. And because women communicate covertly, it is often challenging, if not impossible, to read between the lines and decipher what they're really telling us. And guess what? Women know this. Worse yet, they know we don't know. And because of this, it is very easy for them to lie to, deceive, mislead, and manipulate us. So now the question is, how do we crack the code? How do we learn to decipher what women are really telling us so that we can act accordingly? Welcome to Womanese 101, what she says versus what she means. As someone who's fluent in womanese, I will teach you how to interpret the statements women make. Not only will being fluent in womanese make you much better with women, it will drastically reduce the odds of being taken advantage of by them. Everything from what they say in relationships, how they tell us they aren't interested in a sexual relationship, to how they tell us they're cheating on us, I will translate over 500 of the most common phrases that women use to mislead and deceive men. Like most men, I've had my share of heartbreak and frustrations with women. Probably a lot more than most if I'm being honest. But what these terrible experiences taught me was that you can never take what a woman says at face value. Remember, women communicate covertly, so what they say is almost never exactly what they mean. Never before has a course been created that gives men the raw, honest, and difficult truth about what women really mean when they overtly communicate with us. Men have never been given a guide that completely decodes verbal communication in such a way that helps men understand a woman's words versus a woman's intentions. Thanks to Womanese, those days are over. Womanese 101 will give you the ability to translate what women are really saying with shocking accuracy. Plus, having this skill has utility outside of dating and relationships. This will help you at work, on social media, at church, even with family and friends. The possibilities are endless. From young hot girls to divorcees to MILFs and even cougars, you will always know what women of all ages, all races, and all backgrounds are really telling you when they are speaking to you. So pay attention, take notes, and enjoy the ride. You're about to separate yourself from 97% of men. Okay, let's introduce the women who are going to change your life. Meet the girls of Womanese. Each one of them will play two characters, Gretchen the good girl and Brianna the bad girl. Allow me to explain. Every woman's social conscience has two departments. One department knows the unfiltered truth. Brianna the bad girl will represent this department. The other department figures out a way to spin that truth in such a way that absolves her of any wrongdoing, sidesteps accountability, makes her the victim, and puts her in the best possible light. This department will be represented by Gretchen the good girl.
Here's an example.
Women do not like being held accountable for their bad decisions. So when you hear,
"Don't judge me,"
what they mean is,
"Don't hold me accountable for my bad decisions."
Throughout this course, the girls of Womanese and yours truly will educate you on cracking the female communication code. The girls will portray Gretchen, who will tell you what women want you to think. Then they will play Brianna, who will tell you the raw truth. Then I will summarize and explain context. This is how you will become fluent in Womanese.
You're not one of those shallow guys, are you? I'm shaming you into allowing me to get fat, but stay with me.
Girls ask this all the time because they know that maintaining their girlish figure takes constant work. And because girls don't like to work for anything, much less a man's attention and commitment, they attempt to trick you into verbally lowering your physical standards. Then, when she gets fat and you dump her, she can say, "You said you weren't shallow." Your answer here is, aren't we all? 9 times out of 10, she'll nod in agreement.
I travel a lot for work. I use the traveling excuse to sleep with other guys.
Any woman who travels for work sleeps around, period. If she tells you she travels for work, she's telling you she's not girlfriend material. Act accordingly and just fuck her, nothing more.
I'm separated from my husband. I'm not separated, I'm just cheating.
Married women know that there are some men who won't fuck them if they know they're married. So they lie and say they're separated. I've plenty of wives, and most of them tell me they're either separated, about to be separated, or that they live in separate houses. This is almost never true. Wives are epic guys. Do not be fooled by the lies they tell you to make themselves feel better about cheating on their husbands.
My kids come first. I don't like you that much, so I'm using my kids as a screen.
When a woman tells you this, it always means that she's going to put you in the friend zone. Women are terrible mothers and act selfishly when nobody's looking. But if she's not turned on enough by you, she will preemptively activate the buffer she'll use to keep you at a distance. The guys they're behind their husbands' backs are never told, my kids come first. Women make time for what they want, and if they want you, you'll never hear about our kids.
I've traveled to so many different countries. I've slept with a lot of guys in different countries.
Women are always epic when they travel, and age doesn't seem to matter. Whether she's a young, hot college girl on spring break, a married mother of 3 on a girls' trip, or cougars on their House Stella Got Her Groove Back trip, they take copious amounts of when they travel. It never fails. Any woman who's traveled with her girlfriends or alone has been by men around the world.
I've traveled to so many different countries.
My last, 3 or 4 girlfriends, they've all cheated on me, and I was always kind of surprised when I found out.
I thought she was separated. She told me she had her own place. Come to find out, she was still married. I couldn't believe it.
She kept trying to have unprotected sex with me.
At first, she told me she was happily married, but she still gave me her number, which was a little confusing.
She told me, don't worry, I'm on the pill.
If you're happily married, why are you giving me your number?
I'd hear them say things like, I've been single for a year, or, oh, I haven't had a serious relationship in like forever.
I don't want kids, she said.
Then her husband found out about this.
And finally she wore me down.
He came to my job. He was pissed, and I don't blame him. I would be too.
She told me she was pregnant. Turns out I wasn't the father because she'd been sleeping with 2 other guys. I was relieved, but I was also devastated. I mean, she cheated on me. I was happy not to be the father, but she cheated on me.
She lied to me the whole time.
She lied.
She lied about everything.
I got Womanese Volume 2 last summer, and it changed everything.
I jumped on womanese the first day.
I bought Volume 2. I went halves on it with a friend of mine.
I think I was the first guy.
I finally understood why the same things kept happening with women.
This knowledge is so valuable.
Finally, the answers to all my questions.
It's like having their playbook,
They can't fool me anymore.
and you know what plays they're gonna run and when they're gonna run them.
They can't lie to me anymore.
The woman I'm dating now likes to say, you're like the woman whisperer.
I was on a date the other day, and the girl says to me, oh, I'm only on one dating app. And I asked her which one. She said Hinge. I kept quiet because we matched on Tinder.
I'm dating 2 girls right now, working on a 3rd.
I'm seeing a couple of good-looking girls. They know about each other.
The bonus material is icing on the cake. What is it, like 200 hours of bonus material? Something like that?
Guys, you have to get this course.
Thank you for doing this course. You've changed my life, man.
Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Donovan.
Thank you, Donovan, for opening my eyes.
Donovan, thank you. Thank you.
Testing. Let me know if you can hear me. A woman never belongs to you. It's just your turn. You lost your edge, she lost attraction for you. That's how it works. What'd you think she was gonna do? Tell you she cheated? Men cannot afford to get complacent in relationships. Get your fat ass off the couch, start lifting weights, and learn game. You're welcome.
And now your man,
Donovan Sharpe.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the 718th edition of TSR Primetime, your nightly dose of toxic masculinity. It is Friday, February 26th of 2021. I realized, hang on a second, Alexa, turn on the on-air sign. Alexa, turn on the on-air sign. There we go. I just realized that on yesterday's sign-off, oh, gotta be kidding me. Jesus Christ. This is why that is a woman. You can tell that's a woman because it never listens, even though you repeat yourself 100 times. Anyway, I realized that my sign-off yesterday, I told you guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow night. I will see you guys tomorrow night on Crypto Oasis. And that's because for some crazy reason, my mind was telling me that yesterday was Friday and today was Saturday. I knew today. I mean, for whatever reason, my mind is it's one day ahead this week. I have no idea. Clearly, this is Friday. This being a Friday, I'm going to let you guys know. I'm going to give you guys my 3 Friday rules. My rules for Friday. For all you 304 slayers out there, my 3 rules for Friday. 3 rules for Friday and Saturday nights. Number 1, send her that morning after text. Number 2, number 1, wrap your junk. Number 2, send her that morning after text. Number 3, call an Uber. An unexpected pregnancy, a false EPAR accusation, and or a DUI are 3 things that can derail your life very, very quickly. An ounce of prevention, as they say, is worth a pound of care, probably worth a ton of care in that particular situation. So if you're going out tonight, guys, be smart. Be smart. Wrap your junk. Send that morning after text. Call an Uber, guys. Do not drink and drive. Don't drink and drive. It's not worth it, man. It's not worth it. Yes, unprotected sex feels better than protected sex, but you know what feels even better than that? Not having to pay child support. That feels good. I'll get off on that all day long. I will get off on that all day long. Devin in the chat says Alexa is plugged into the Matrix. Yeah, clearly she is, because she keeps giving me these woke media stories. I might have to start instructing Alexa not to do it's funny because I'll yell her name and she won't answer, but if I whisper it in the slightest, oh, what can I do for you? What can I say? Typical woman. Womanese Volume 4 is complete, and I will be showing you guys a sneak preview later on in the show. It is spectacular. Dude, Womanese Volume 4, oh my God. Womanese Volume 4 is going to blow you away. It's going to blow you away, guys. It's going to blow you away. It's going to blow you away. It really is. I got it all delivered to me today. It's all done. Post-production is all done. And it is absolutely spectacular. The lovely and talented Caitlin absolutely outdid herself. So I'm very, very glad that is done and over with. Womanese Volume 4, of course, which will be released a week from today. That is 7 short days. Womanese Volume 4 will be released in 7 short days. I'll give you guys a little more details on that. Something interesting, very, very interesting happened today. I'm going to put it on the screen. So I never, ever check Facebook. Never check Facebook. For whatever reason, I decided to check it today. And wouldn't you know it, this guy got a hold of me. That's right. That's right. Stephen Dela Cruz got a hold of me and said, hey, brother, I absolutely love the live video you did of my wife's YouTube. LOL. Excellent stuff. Was unbelievable. I could not believe it. I was like, wait a minute, is this somebody trolling me? And so I was like, dude, I would love to have you on to talk about it. Here was his response. He actually sent me a voice. I guess you can send voicemails through YouTube. Here it is.
Hey, bro. Yeah, man. Would love to be on your show. Absolutely loved watching your episode. It was definitely amazing. I was cracking up the entire time. And we actually know, Angela and I know Brittany and Delamora pretty well here in San Diego.
Yes!
But yeah, man, would love to be on your show. Just let me know some dates that you have your broadcast, and I'll see our availability, and would love to be part of it, man. All right, man. Take care. Bye.
My man, Stephen Dela Cruz is going to come on the show. Yes, alpha status confirmed 100%. Game recognizes game. So what I want, see, the thing is this, I wasn't exactly sure if he had watched the video all the way through, right? So I asked him, I said, look, man, I said, did you see my realization that your situation clearly was not what it was? And his response was, yeah, that's what was cracking me up. It was great. And we know Britt and Richard. LOL, we go to the same church as them. And you're right about them. Britt wears the pants for sure. Guys, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make it up. You can't, listen, you cannot make this stuff up. Body language matters, guys. Game matters. Just like you guys said in the chat, game recognizes game. Stephen probably, honestly, Stephen, it's interesting. Because when Stephen saw, he probably saw the thumbnail. My guess is that he probably saw it on Facebook. And he probably saw me roasted him. You want to know what? Because he knows what the situation really is, because he knows I didn't have a clue as to what was really going on. That didn't bug him. He was like, all right, well, listen, I'll let these guys talk. I'll let these guys talk trash. If these guys want to call me a simp and this and that, cool. Then he continues to watch and is like, oh, these guys are starting to get it. These guys are starting to get it. This is exactly why I simply do not pay attention to people out in the ethos who are throwing slings and arrows at me. Because none of the stuff this idiot is saying is true. I'm secretly married to Devin? What is that? What is that? Oh my God. Steven knows that we didn't know what was really going on. That's why he got a kick out of it. Dude sent me a Facebook message. Hey man, listen, saw the show. Reached right out to him. Said, hey, you want to come on the show? He's like, yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Let's get it on. So hopefully within the next week or two, I will have Stephen Dela Cruz on. Boy, that's going to be crazy. That's going to be absolutely crazy. Very, very, very much looking forward to that. So tonight's topic is going to be, in essence, a remix, right? It's going to be sort of a remix. A lot of you guys have heard or seen this particular episode before, but I have added some elements to it. I have added some more elements to this particular episode. This is the password episode. You guys remember that? The 6 passwords that women tell you to sort of override your RP awareness. Well, this is kind of what that is. But I've added another one, and I've added a lot more context to the first 6 Plus, we are going to be aided this time around by the lovely and talented Michaela. She will be portraying said passwords. So let's go ahead and get this party started. Everybody has weaknesses, guys. Everybody has weaknesses. Me, you, everybody watching. We all have weaknesses. We all have that Achilles heel, right? Some of us have more than one, if I'm being honest, right? Some of us have more than one weakness, right? Now, keep in mind, guys, that not all weaknesses are created equally. Most weaknesses that any given person, man or woman, has are minor and relatively inconsequential, right? It may inconvenience them for a short period of time. It may impede their progress, but by and large, minor weaknesses don't completely derail you, right? Now, of course, on the opposite side of that coin, we have our major weaknesses. Okay, these are the things that can turn our lives completely upside down. Okay, the things that can turn the things that can destroy us mentally, physically, financially, and so forth. Now, as we get older and more experienced, minor weaknesses can become major weaknesses and vice versa. We live and learn, we adjust, we evolve, we learn to mitigate, and in some cases, even eliminate our weaknesses. And to be fair, women, well, I'll put it to you this way, guys. Put it this way. There are two things that make really smart men really dumb. There are two things that make even high-value men act like low-value men. Two things. Sports and beautiful women. And because this is not a sports talk radio show, we are going to focus on the women. Now, women are not a weakness, guys. Right? My weakness is women. No, women are not your weakness. Okay, it is biologically normal for men to want to smash as many women as humanly possible before we kick the bucket. It's encoded in our DNA. A while back, I saw a Facebook post that said something like, if men could completely eliminate our need for sex, we would be free men. I disagree with that wholeheartedly because I believe that if a man can control himself and not make bad decisions because of his thirst, then he is a free man. We as men, we make terrible decisions based on our desire to sleep with women, but that's beside the point. My point is that we can wish for not wanting sex all we want to. It ain't happening. Our desire for sex is programmed in us. It is biologically and evolutionarily necessary. A man's desire to have sex with women is critical to the survival of the human species, so that ain't going away. Ever. Don't wish you can not just want sex. You need to work on yourself to build the discipline to show imperviousness in the face of your carnal desires. But going back to what I said earlier, the reason women have been labeled as a weakness by so many men isn't because of their desire to pursue women. No. It is because of the risks associated with the pursuit of women. As recently as, maybe 50, 60 years ago, women weren't seen as a weakness for men because women were well-behaved. They knew their place. They elevated the lives of the men they belonged to. They raised strong, well-adjusted children, so on and so forth. If a man had 4 children back in, say, 1959, he was considered to be blessed and fortunate. Well, here in 2021, a man with 4 children is far from being considered fortunate or blessed. If he's got that many children, there's a good possibility that there's more than one mother, which means child support. Now, we all know how detrimental child support is to a man's finances, right? It messes with his finances, his sanity, his mental well-being, sometimes even his freedom. Even if all of his children were with the same woman and she were his wife, guys like us, we're counting down the days until she serves him divorce papers, which begins the process of transferring resources directly to her. This is known in these parts as divorce EPAR, spelled backwards. The point is that very few women today are investable commodities. Back in the day, you could pick out a woman, and it was far more likely than not that she was going to be a submissive, dutiful wife who bared your children, took care of your home, took care of you, and they were happy to do it. Obviously, that is far from the case today, as most women in this country make bad wives and make terrible girlfriends and even worse mothers. But here's the thing. Most men are aware of this, guys. Even men who are aware of a woman's true nature, even men with RP awareness. The proof is all around us every day, guys. Just watch television, just watch movies, watch commercials, go to Reddit, like we've been doing lately. You go to Facebook, Instagram, any other kind of media, and it's easy to see bitches really ain't shit. Even then, with this knowledge, men who know this continue to make the same mistakes with the wrong women. Even red pill aware men are getting tripped up by females. Their last 5 girlfriends have all cheated on them, and they all think the same thing. Why the hell do I keep falling for these hoes, man? Huh? I know what I'm supposed to look out for. I know how to disqualify certain women for long-term relationships. I have 16 ways to disqualify her for a long-term relationship, which I got at donovansharpe.com/newsletter. I've got how to build a quality woman from the ground up, which I got at donovansharpe.com/courses. I know I'm not supposed to commit to women I've smashed on the first date. I know I'm not supposed to commit to single mothers. I know I'm not supposed to commit to girls with tattoos. So why the hell do I keep getting into relationships with women who cheat on me with their exes, or Kevin the douchebag in the sales department, or his best friend, Dave the unemployed garage band guitar player, who may or may not be having an affair with a wife of 7 years, who may or may not have already had 2 of his kids that her husband may or may not be aware of? If hindsight is 20/20, why can I never see where the hell I go wrong with these women? Well, the answer is simple, guys. The reason you can't seem to find that point in your relationship where you lost your way and all common sense and abandoned your RP conditioning is that these girls are using your password against you. So now you guys are probably thinking, okay, Donovan, what's my password? I want you to listen closely. Here's your password. Your password is a phrase, an act, a look, or anything that a woman does or says that bypasses your common sense and red pill conditioning, rendering you completely blind to her red flags, vulnerable to her peace leave, and causes you to make bad, irrational decisions that benefit her while damaging you. I'm going to say it again. Your password is an act, a look, or anything that a woman does or says that bypasses your common sense and red pill conditioning, rendering you completely blind to her red flags, vulnerable to her peace leave, and causes you to make bad, irrational decisions that benefit her while damaging you. Now, obviously, the more experience a man has, the fewer action passwords he has, right? So for example, most guys, their password is just sex. If she lets him smash, he's ready to commit. He's ready to go all in, right? The reason for that is because of his lack of options, lack of sex. Some guys' password is just a BJ because they barely get to those. Dude, she slurps his sausage even one time, and he's ready to pay her phone bill and buy her kid a new pair of Jordans for Christmas. And if she swallows, he's ready to put a ring on it. Listen, for some guys, a fat ass is a password. For others, it's big boobs. One of my passwords used to be blonde with big fake boobs, which is why I kept making strippers my girlfriends. And yes, every single one of them cheated on me. I made bad decisions because blondes with big fake boobs were my password. We all have different physical passwords. And with enough experience, we kind of learn to divorce feelings from what we see, right? So this chick is a solid 9. She's got great tits, a smoking ass, and hair so blonde it blinds me, but the last 6 girls who look like this all screwed me over. So I'm going to smash other girls on the side to keep myself from catching feelings. I'm going to have fun with this one as long as I can, then move on to the next girl. That's a man with game and experience. That is a man who has found the RP. But, like I always say, guys, girls have the internet too. They also know about this community and what it teaches men about them. You see, girls are starting to figure out that it takes more than just regular bedroom fun to get men of value to commit. They're beginning to understand that just being hot and putting out ain't going to cut it anymore when it comes to locking down the top guys out there. So instead of doing the right thing, which would be to stop sleeping around, learning to cook and clean, adopting a kind, pleasant, agreeable disposition, and acting like actual women, they've decided to take the easy way out and started using certain phrases and behaviors to completely disarm our RP conditioning so that they can continue to have carte blanche to do and say whatever they want and still get commitment from high-value men. And this shouldn't surprise anybody, guys. Today's women never do what's right. They never do what's hard. They're always looking for that shortcut. They're always looking for the cheat code. When they figured out that men didn't commit after banging them for a couple of weeks, they asked themselves, what can I do? What can I do or say that will get me that commitment without having to really change anything? How can I get these men to chase my commitment without having to learn anything new or make myself a better woman? And that is how these cheat codes came into existence. After all my physical passwords were disabled, after getting screwed over by enough hot girls to understand that their hotness was bypassing my RP conditioning, I wasn't as enamored by these big-boobed blonde bimbos anymore. This is how you grow. This is how you grow. Gentlemen, women these days know exactly what to say, how to say it. They know what to do and how to do it to bypass our common sense, our rationality, and our ability to compartmentalize certain things, which means we think with our emotions rather than our reason. At that point, they've got us right where they want us. So this evening, I'm going to talk about the 7 most ubiquitous passwords today's women use to completely disarm even the most battle-hardened Crimson Capsule men. And as I stated before, the lovely and talented Michaela is going to assist us to really drive this point home. The reason why I'm using her for this particular episode is that you get a lot of meathead red pill. Oh, I would never fall for that. Listen, that's easy for you to say. That's easy to say when a black guy is telling you this stuff, right? But when a blonde 9 who's a stunner with steel blue eyes is looking in you in the eye and telling you, has a different effect. So that's what we're going to do tonight. Womanese Volume 4 drops a week from today. Over 500 of the most common phrases women use to manipulate and deceive men. Guys, you're going to get Womanese Volume 1. You're going to get Womanese 101. You're going to get Womanese Volume 2, Womanese Volume 3, and of course, Womanese Volume 4. Then you're going to get almost 250 hours of bonus material. You're going to get the Masculine Excellence Lifestyle Kit. That's got over 50 hours of bonus content. Rollo Tomasi, Illimitable Man, Myron Gaines, Alan Roger Curry. You're going to get the entire first season of One-on-One with Donovan Sharpe, audio or video and audio. Seasons 1 and 2 of the 7, video and audio. You're going to get the ultimate bleep test guide. This teaches you literally how to pass bleep tests. You're going to get the Gold Digger Guide. The Gold Digger Guide is going to keep you from committing to women who are looking to take advantage of you financially. You are going to get How to Master the Game, the audio version that is 25 hours of game gold. I am also, this time, going to throw in my 7-hour 5-part audio course, How to Build a Quality Woman from the Ground Up. Plus, you're going to get lifetime access to my Sunday webinars. I'll be starting those up again here soon. My Sunday webinars, this is where I give one-on-one coaching and give advice. And finally, you will get access to Womanese Volume 5 and possibly Volume 6 if I decide to do another one when it is released next quarter at no additional charge. Womanese Volume 5, the enrollment for Volume 5 is going to be more than Volume 4. So it would behoove you just to go ahead and get your hands on Volume 4 and not have to pay the increase. Well, why is it going up, Donovan? Well, because Womanese Volume 5 is going to have over 600 translations. Listen, man, if there's more volume, there's got to be more enrollment. I put a lot of money and effort into this, and you guys are going to see. You guys are going to see this a little bit later on in the show. I'm going to give you guys a sneak preview of Womanese Volume 4. If you want to get on the waiting list, guys, go to donovansharpe.com/womanese4. If you want to be notified via SMS text TSR to 313-313. Standard messaging and data rates may apply. Okay, let us get to the 7 most common passwords used to bypass our RP awareness and common sense. Number 1.
I feel so safe with you.
This used to be one of mine. I'm going to play you a clip because there's no need in me telling the story. I'm going to play you a clip of how this particular password was used against me. Take a listen. Ukrainian or Russian girl. I think she was Ukrainian when I was in Vegas. Her name was Tatiana. She may have been Russian. I can't remember, but her name was Tatiana. I actually talked about her yesterday. Beautiful girl. Gorgeous girl. Long blonde hair. Dude, gorgeous sky blue eyes. Now, she did have small boobs, which was kind of a drawback, but she had an unbelievable ass, which more than made up for her small bra size. Anyway, Tatiana and I were walking down Flamingo Road, and I'll never forget this. And we go to cross the street, and I reached over and I pulled her back to the sidewalk because there was a motorcycle speeding along the side of the road. Now, Tatiana was maybe, 105, maybe 106 after she ate a shrimp salad, which was her favorite food in the world. So I was able to just kind of yank her back to me. She looked me in the eye and said, "Donovan, I feel so safe with you." In her thick Ukrainian accent. And I was like, no! It was like when Achilles caught that arrow in his Achilles heel. I knew she had disarmed me, guys. I knew that she had just bypassed all of my Red Pill programming, but there was nothing I could do about it. You guys ever seen that movie, Awake? It was like Hayden Christensen's character in the movie Awake when he wakes up mid-surgery because the anesthesia has worn off, but he couldn't move or talk, but he could still feel everything. He knew he was vulnerable, but there was nothing he could do about it. Fast forward. Turns out, Tatiana had a boyfriend the entire time I was dating her. And when I found out about it, guys, I was sick. Oh my God, dude. It took me a good long while to completely get over her. Like I said yesterday, man, that heartbreak was almost as bad as my heartbreak with Amy. Tatiana had scores of red flags. But when she told me she felt safe with me, it completely blinded me to all of those things. And because of that, she was able to play me like a fiddle. The reason the phrase, "I feel safe with you," is so powerful is because it makes us feel like a man, right? Like when a woman verbalizes that she feels physically safe with you, it has a way of making you feel prideful in that the fact that a woman is putting her physical trust in you. Knowing that a woman knows, or at least thinks she can relax around you because she knows that you can physically protect her, that is a masculine characteristic. Just like when women play on our provider instinct by playing the damsel in distress, they play on our instinct to protect by verbalizing their trust in your ability to keep her from physical danger. Hearing that from a woman, an attractive woman at that, really makes you feel like a man. The mistake we start to make is when we start to think, I'm the only man she feels safe with. Right? When a beautiful woman physically trusts you and says this to you, it has a profound effect on you. She feels safe with me. There's a lot of pride there. A lot of ego investment. And women know and understand this very clearly. And like I said before, women are very good at tapping into a man's instinct to protect and provide. Now, we exploit their instincts with game, right? Women like boldness, so we act bold. Women like strength, so we lift weights. Women like men who can defend themselves, so we learn to fight. Women are attracted to talent, so we cultivate our talent. Now, even though these things benefit us as well, this doesn't mean that we're not tapping into their biological imperatives as well. And if we have any deficiencies, we find communities like this to learn how to interact with women in such a way that makes us more attractive to them. Again, this is what we call game. But the difference is that when we do it, the world calls it manipulation and exploitation. But when women do it, it's perfectly okay, right? Now, the reason their gambits are more effective than ours is because more men are trying to impress women than women are trying to impress men. Guys, listen, man, women get sausage, commitment, strength, boldness, and everything thrown at them all the time. Right? The supply is high, so it's worth a lot less. We as men, Unless we're, I don't know, unless we're in the top 5, 10%, the average man doesn't get pea sleeve thrown at him all day, every day. Anyway, with this particular password, women don't necessarily have to say, I feel safe with you, right? If there's a loud noise, she'll get behind you. If there's a fight or a shouting match going on in your proximity, she'll grab your arm and pull you closer. They do it many other ways. When a woman says or shows that she feels safe with you, she might actually feel safe with you. But be very cognizant of your reaction when she does this. And most importantly, do not let her see that it has affected you. If she says, I feel so safe with you, nonchalantly say, cool, and don't look at her. Do not give her the impression that what she says has had an effect on you. If you do, she will see that it is one of your passwords, and she will push that button until you are under her complete control. Let's go to number 2.
OMG, you're the biggest I've ever had.
Law number 28 of the 49 laws of Sharpe states that you will never be her first, her only, her biggest, or her best. Now, the reason why women like to tell you that you have the biggest sausage they've ever had is to stroke our egos, right? This, again, plays on another male instinct, which is to be a woman's best lover. In a man's mind, the bigger the sausage you have, the better a lover you are. That's the way we think. Obviously, this isn't the case a lot of the times. Listen, I'm sure there are dudes out there who have cocktail wiener-sized sausages who can make women gush like Niagara Falls. But even those guys wish they had a bigger you-know-what. Hell, even I wish I had a bigger sausage. And I'm well above average. It's a man thing. It's a man thing. So the real question is why is having a huge dong so important to us? Why does it have such an intense effect on the male id when it tells us that we are the biggest she's ever had? Well, I'm sure there are many answers to this, but one that jumps to my mind is that it almost kind of works like sort of a secondary virginity, right? Stay with me here. If a woman actually convinces you that you are the biggest she's ever had, her body count at that very moment ceases to matter. Women know that if they actually talk you into believing that you have the biggest dong she's ever had in her, she knows that no matter how many guys she's been with, she knows you're going to think, okay, so she slept with 74 guys, which means it's probably closer to 200, but I'm the biggest she's ever had. So no one has penetrated her like I have. She's never felt that kind of sex before. Nobody has been that deep in her as I have. Women also like to tell us that we are the best lover she's ever had. But guys, that's never the truth. As much as women get smashed these days, it is a mathematical certainty that your woman has been smashed by bigger and better dongs than yours. Guys, listen, I am 247% certain that I am not the biggest Devin's ever taken, and I'm 748% sure that I'm certainly not the best she's ever had. Has she told me this? No. But knowing women like I do, I know this to be the truth. And guess what, guys? I couldn't give less of a shit. These days, now, truthfully, these days I care a little bit more because I'm getting a little bit older and my performance isn't exactly what it used to be. I mean, I am 43, going on 44 this year in August. It's not that and here's the thing, it's not that I actually care whether or not she has an orgasm. But in my mind, my ability to give her the silent shakes is really more about stroking my ego. Right? I don't think to myself, oh, great, Devin had an orgasm tonight. I'm so happy for her. No. I'm like, nah, fam. Nah, I gave that bitch the silent shakes with my rod of God. It has literally nothing to do with her satisfaction and everything to do with my ego. Anyway, you have to have resolved in your mind that you are highly unlikely to be the best lover she's ever had. You're even less likely to be the biggest dong she's ever taken. Now, you can certainly change these things, but that takes time. And if that's something you want to undertake for your own ego's sake, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. But for the time being, just understand that you will never be her biggest or her best. This is exactly why Law 11 states that the less you care about pleasing her in bed, the more she will care about pleasing you. And guess what? This has absolutely nothing to do with your size or performance. Just be the selfish bastard you were born to be in bed, and she will be unselfish with you. This has never failed me, guys. The more I used to care about a woman's needs in beds, the less she cared about mine. So when I stopped caring, they started caring. Anyway, plenty of girls have told me that I was the biggest or the best they've ever had, and I just ignore them. Listen, man, maybe they're telling me the truth. Probably not. Either way, I don't give a shit. And that is exactly why when women tell me this, I ignore them, and so should you. All right, let's take a check of the super chat. Oh, man, this water is good today. Woo. Very, very good water today. All right, let's see what we got here in the chat. Oh, wait a minute. It's not coming up here. There we go. There we go. Red Pill Mike with the $5 super chat says, I looked up his wife after last night's show. I now know what a 10-year-old boy's chest looked like. I still have left eye blurriness today. Wow. Wow. Merciless Reese, $5, says, women's passcodes had us for years believing men cheated more than men. Or men cheated more than women. Although men get rejected more. Guys, dude, it's so funny. These bitches are out here trying to convince us that we cheat more than they do. When women talk about men in general, they're not talking about the average man. They're talking about the top 10%ers. The top 10% of men cheat a lot more than all women. The bottom 90%, not so much. Men are dogs, men are trash, men cheat. Okay, the top 10% because they can. The bottom 90%, decent guys who don't cheat, who are not looking to cheat. Are there some bottom 9% guys that cheat? Of course. But to suggest that men cheat more than women, this just goes to show that average men are invisible to women. Women cheat exponentially more than men. This is obvious. It's obvious. But women swear up and down men cheat more than women. And it's only because average men are invisible to them. If the fact that women think men cheat more than women doesn't tell you that average men are invisible to women, I don't know what will. I don't know what will. Any sort of statement that women make in terms of a man's fidelity or his whatever, they're not talking about guys like you and me, guys. They're talking about top 5 and 10%ers. That's obvious. So Yuji Kazami, it's so funny, man. God bless your heart. Bless your heart, man. I know you're new to this community, man. You're just gonna have to understand. You're gonna have to grow up, man. You're gonna have to walk through the fire, brother. You're gonna have to walk through the fire. He says, women. Yeah, listen. You tell a lot of truth, but you're like, this is why I intend to forever stay emotionally unavailable. Listen, you can say that. You can say that. Easier said than done. Listen, I'm not emotionally unavailable, and I live a great life. Am I an alpha male? I don't know. I don't get to make that distinction. I know that I make more money than most people in this country. Does that make me an alpha male? Maybe, maybe not. I have banged more girls than I bang far more girls than the average man. Does that make me an alpha male? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I don't get to decide that. But what you're going to have to understand is that you're going to have to embrace that that even though you have this kind of awareness, it doesn't make you impervious to certain absolutions. Telling yourself you're going to be emotionally unavailable forever, that's impossible. You're a human being. You can never be emotionally unavailable. You can, however, be slow to emotion with girls. That's what girls like. Girls don't want to, like, I understand what you're saying, right? Because girls are like, oh, he's so emotionally unavailable, and then girls bang emotionally unavailable guys. No, it's not that these guys are emotionally unavailable. They're just emotionally disciplined. They have emotional mastery. They've been banging a girl for 6 months. She's hot. She likes banging them. They don't get crazy and commit. That's all it is. That's all it is. So listen, it's good to have goals and it's good to make these declarations, but you're gonna have to be realistic. Nobody can be forever emotionally unavailable. It's impossible. You're human. You're human. Red Pill Mike says women who missed the genetic lottery are still cheating more than the average dude. Exactly. But like I said, women are impossible. Women don't, like, they don't see average men. Average men are literally invisible to women. This is why they think you strap them to a lie detector test. Do men cheat more than women? They say they're going to pass it all day long because average men don't even register on their radar. They just don't register. It's just not something they do. Yuji Kazami says Donovan BBC Sharpe. No, I am not. Dude, trust me. I do not come I do not come close to these porn stars out here, man. Erno Horvath with the 10-pound super chat says, I've had my ex taking boots off me after a hard day's work. It felt like that's total care. The last person my shoes off me was my mom when I was a kid. It plays with your head so badly. Man, you see that? She takes your shoes off after a hard day's work. Yo, I didn't think about that. That makes sense. Jesus Christ. If I'm driving a forklift and my girl takes my shoes off at the end of the day, I'm like, oh no, now I'm in trouble. Chris Rice, 06, check it in. Big thanks. Big shout out goes to Chris Rice with the $100 Cash App. Chris Rice sent me the $100 Cash App. I greatly appreciate that. Another big shout out to Damon H with the $17 Cash App yesterday. So Damon H, $17 Cash App. Chris Rice with the $100 Cash App. If you want to be like those, if you want to be cool like those guys, if you want to support the show, $, Donovan Sharpe, $, Donovan Sharpe, capital D, capital S. Okay, let's get back to 7 ways beautiful women bypass your RP awareness.
You're the first guy I've ever done that with.
Oh boy. This goes back to law number 28. And I'll tell you a quick story. I had a fight party at my place for the Mayweather Pacquiao fight back in 2015. This is a fight that happened 5 years too late. I'm not going to get into that. You guys know the story on that. Anyway, I had a bunch of people over the fight, and, I allowed people to bring whoever they wanted. I don't know. There were probably maybe 25, 30 people crammed in my dinky little apartment. It was a lot of fun. It was a good time. Mayweather won decisively as usual. Anyway, I started smashing one of the girls who came to the party. Her name was Jennifer, and I remember her telling me, oh my God, I've never had a guy be so rough with me. It's the first time I've tried it, and I love it. Like, I used to leave bruises all over that chick. I did not believe her for 1 second. Didn't believe her. We did have great sex, though. Like, dude, she did whatever I wanted. It was great. Anyway, girls will tell you, you're the first guy I've ever had unprotected sex with. You're the only guy I've ever had unprotected sex with. But then a week later, you find out she's got 2 kids. Right? Girls will tell you, that's the first time I've ever let a guy go backdoor on me, forgetting that she told you about the backdoor sausage party she had in college with the football team on the train tracks, if you know what I mean. Girls will tell you, that's the first time I've ever been tied up, but she forgot to tell you that her last boyfriend was like Christian Grey. Girls will tell you, that's the first time I've ever worn heels while getting smashed, but then she forgot to tell you about how her ex-boyfriend, some douchebag named Donovan, who never met a pair of heels he didn't like. Now, also keep in mind, guys, that they don't just use this for sexual situations, okay? They also use this for emotional and circumstantial situations. You're the first guy I've fallen so hard, so fast for. You're the first guy. You're the only guy I've introduced my parents to. Right? You're the first guy. You're the only guy I've introduced to my friends. You're the first, only guy I've introduced to my kids. You're the first guy, only guy I've ever cooked for. The list goes on. If a woman ever calls you her first or her only, it is 374% bullshit. She told that to her last 17 boyfriends. Never forget that. Let's go to the next one.
I want to have kids with you.
This taps into another male instinct. You guys start to see a theme here? Every one of these passwords Taps into some sort of natural instinct. This is how girls operate, guys. Anyway, this one taps into a man's instinct, desire to spread his seed, pass on his genes, pass on his legacy. And women know this. Newsflash, guys. She does not want your kids. She wants your commitment. And if a child is a means to that end, then fine. But she doesn't want kids just to be having kids. She doesn't want a kid with you just because she wants to have a kid with you. No, she wants access to your resources. Tatiana used to tell me all the time, I want a copy of you. She said she wanted a little boy just like Donovan. She said she wanted a little boy who was rambunctious and short-tempered and all that stuff. So we talked about it all the time. Like, she used to send me pictures of mixed babies all the time. We used to come up with names for him. We used to talk about where he or she would go to school, all that stuff. Now just think about this, guys. Let's just think about this. I am over 5 years into my red pill renaissance, and I am actually entertaining thoughts of having a child with this woman. That's how powerful these passwords are, guys. When I say these passwords bypass our red pill conditioning, I'm not kidding. Dude, I was Donovan, Vegas slut, slayer, Audi driving, powder sniffing, stripper dating Sharpe. And I was actually thinking about having a child with a woman who wasn't even my girlfriend. I thought she was my girlfriend, as you guys heard in the clip earlier. Anyway, Tatiana used that strategy to keep her hooks in me, and it worked very well. Women know men want to have kids, guys. They know that it is in our DNA to pass on our DNA. And when a woman says she wants to have children with you, it's like she's choosing you, right? And our masculine firmware knows that women can only give birth to so many children. And the fact that out of every man on the face of the earth, she is choosing you to procreate with. Guys, that has a powerful effect on a man. I'm here to tell you. And if you're not aware of this, you will not be able to help yourself. I speak from personal experience. Women tap into this and they exploit it to keep you around to make you think she wants to have your children for no other reason but that she wants your DNA inside of her to make a baby with. Guys, that has the gravitational pull of 10 times the size of planet Earth itself. Do not allow a woman to trick you into thinking she wants to have a child with you. It is not about you. It is about exploiting you. Nothing more. Number 5.
I've never felt this way about anyone before.
This is one of the go-to favorites for girls. And even though most men are probably aware of this, they still fall for it. Every one of us in here has heard it, right? We know it's bullshit. We still fall for it. Right? You know she's been engaged twice. You know she's had at least two snoit roba spelled backwards. You know she's had 6 boyfriends in the last 6 months. You know it took forever for her to get over her last ex-boyfriend. But you still believe the way she feels about you is unlike anything she's ever felt for anyone ever? If you believe this when a woman tells you this, then it is on you, dude. That's on you. It's on you. Even the most emerald of emerald capsule dudes know this is never true. If she says this to you, you need to have one foot out the door because at this point she's probably getting desperate. Let's go to number 6.
Baby, you own me.
Law number 1 of the 49 laws of Sharpe, as well as my opening statement and my theme, is that a woman never belongs to you. It's just your turn. And here's the thing. Women know they don't belong to you. They know there is not a man on the face of the earth that will ever truly own them forever. But again, when women are using these passwords, they are tapping into a natural male instinct. This is why they're able to manipulate men so easily with this strategy. You own me is accessing a man's DNA in ways that go as far back as the beginning of time. It also has traces of dom-sub relationships. When a woman actually tells you that you own her, what she is playing at is making you believe subconsciously that she cannot leave you unless you decide to let her go. Men have no idea that when a woman tells him this, it automatically switches his mind into, I possess her mode. I own her because she belongs to me. She can't go anywhere because she is my possession. What this does is it tamps down our natural instinct to protect a woman from herself. In other words, believing that you actually possess a woman causes you to take a lackadaisical approach to protecting a woman from herself. You know, letting her go to bars and clubs with her friends because she's not going anywhere because she belongs to me. Well, she's not going to hook up with anybody because she's my possession. The guys who go the most mental when they find out they've been cheated on are likely men who were told, you own me, by their girlfriends. Guys, never, ever believe a woman when she says that you own her. Okay. I am now going to give you guys a sneak preview of Womanese Volume 4. This is a sneak preview of Womanese Volume 4. Buckle up.
Oh, he's got tattoos? That's a red flag. His tattoos make me horny. He's got 3 kids by 3 different women? Not for me. I wonder if he wants another baby mama. I heard he's a player. No way I'd get with him. Players are hot. If he can't respond to my texts, he can't be my boyfriend. Actually, that's a turn on, because I know he's busy doing other shit. If he thinks he can tell me what to do, him. Okay, it makes me mad, but it's kinda hot, because I know he's not afraid of me.
An ironclad rule of today's dating market is that a woman's red flags are a man's green flags. In other words, if something disqualifies her for a long-term relationship with him, that same thing qualifies him for every kind of relationship with her. Short-term, long-term, and everything in between. A woman with tattoos, multiple kids by multiple men, a drinking problem, does drugs, has daddy issues, sleeps around, is a liar, who smokes, doesn't respond to texts, and is a bossy bitch is automatically disqualified for anything outside of a one-night stand or casual buddy arrangement. Never allow a woman to convince you that your red flags make you unattractive. It is quite literally the opposite.
If he's a Catholic, deal breaker. Glory to God in the highest, and peace to his people on earth. I can't date an atheist. If he says there's no God, then there is no God. He's a Trump supporter? Ugh, barf. Make America great again, baby. He voted for Obama? See ya. Obama is the greatest American in the history of America. Guys who listen to country music, disqualified. What? I love Garth Brooks. Rap music is a deal breaker. I got all of 50 songs on my phone. If his goals don't align with mine, I can't be with him. His goals are my goals. If he doesn't want kids, I can't waste my time with him. I will waste my time trying to convince him to have kids.
If a woman likes you enough, she will change whatever she has to in order to be with you. Her religious beliefs, her political allegiances, her music preferences, and even her stance on children. Granted, if a woman wants kids, she will try to change her mind. But eventually, she will have to make a choice between staying with you and remaining childless or pursuing another relationship with a man who actually wants children. Either way, she will do whatever it takes to keep you in her life. And that, of course, is Womanese Volume 4. I'm gonna tell you what, dude. This one, dude, every volume kept getting better and better. Every one of them, better and better. Like I said, man, Caitlin did a spectacular job. Dude, shout out to Ashley, the hair and makeup girl, for making Caitlin look her best. Really making me look my best. Yeah, she actually put makeup on me. She was like, hey, you want me to touch you up? And I'm like, yeah, sure. I was like, oh, I guess I do kind of look good on camera. Bubble with the $1 super chat. Appreciate that. Red Pill Mike, $5 says, you're the first guy I've ever let probe me with a jar of peanut butter while smearing on my chest. Wow. Wow. I don't know whose password that is, but I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you.
Yuji Kazami says, "Bro, that got me feeling some type of way." Dude, watching Yuji's transformation is gonna be great. This is gonna be great because I was just like him at this point. The hell's going on with my camera slider? The hell is that all? Oh god. Oh boy. All right. Whoa. What the hell is that? Jesus Christ. King Life says, one password every guy might have is when a chick hugs your head while you're both laying on the bed while talking stuff. I don't know. Like the older I've gotten, the less affectionate I've gotten. Well, I'll put it to you this way. I used to be a really affectionate guy until I started getting good with women. I saw how fucked up they were. I was like, ugh, I used to be affectionate to these hoes? No way. No way. Ugh. King Life with the $5 super chat. Password, this is all yours forever. Ay. Walter Robinson says, "You're so alpha gets me sometimes." What are your passwords? Listen, we've got one more password. What are some of your passwords? I've never had a girl tell me I'm so alpha. I've never had that before. I don't think there is never, not even Devin has told me, "Oh my God, you're so alpha." Wow, there are bitches out here calling people alphas now? Damn, maybe my game has fallen off, man. I've never been called an alpha. Nixon Talk says the best part of it all is when a fellow bro comes to you with the realization of the RP. You can't give it to them. They need to find it. Bingo. Listen, I wanted to evangelize the RP as well, man, because when you find this community, you get excited, man. You get excited. You want to tell people about it. You want to save all your friends. Can't save somebody that doesn't want to be saved. All right. Let us round third and head for home with translation, Jesus Christ, with password number 7.
I think I'm falling in love with you.
Oh boy. I think I'm falling in love. Guys, this one is the Hail Mary of passwords. Women try this. They try this one when all else fails. She's tried all the other passwords, so she's trying this one as a last-ditch effort to fool you into thinking she's worth committing to before she's actually proven her worth. Women tend to use this one when they sense that you're about to maybe leave or sense that you're not going to commit. A lot of times they do this out of desperation. Like we see it on The Bachelor all the time, right? We'll see a girl who has a bad date or she's involved in some sort of drama. One of the other girls goes running to The Bachelor and tattles on her, and she's thinking she's got to pull herself together. So she pulls the "I think I'm falling in love with you" card to try to stay in The Bachelor one more week. "I'm falling in love with you" is also a litmus test to see if they can manipulate you. Right? And if you reciprocate, "I love you too," then guess what? She's got you. If a woman tells you she thinks she's falling in love with you, just answer with, "Well, it's about time." You will both piss her off and turn her on at the same time. Again, I speak from personal experience. There are many, many more passwords, guys, but one thing they all have in common is that they are all designed to make you feel special or unique. They're all designed to make you feel like she can't get what she gets from you from anywhere or anyone else. She won't cheat on me. She feels safe with me. I protect her. She won't fuck around with me. I've got the biggest dick she's ever had. I fuck her the best. She wants to have my kid, so why would she step out on me? Here's what men don't consider. Here's what most men don't consider when women tell them these things. Okay, so she feels safe with you. Even if that were true, do you really think you're the only man she feels safe with? Did it ever occur to you that even though she feels safe with you, that she's felt safer with other men in her past? Or feels safer with other men right now? So you're the first guy she's ever had anal sex with, huh? Then why did she suggest it? Why did it seem like she'd done it before? Oh, I'm sorry. You thought it was your golden cock that made her want to take you in her ass. Yeah, that's right. You're special. Your girl wants to have kids with you, huh? Did she explain her first two snoit roba spelled backwards to you? You think you're the first guy she's ever wanted to have kids with? Think you'll be the last? The point is, you are not special. Gentlemen, you're not unique. She has swallowed the loads of other men. You're not the first guy she smashed on the Ferris wheel. You're not the first man she's told she wants to have kids with. She's had bigger sausages in her, and she's definitely been smashed better. Do not make the egregious mistake of allowing a woman to make you feel unique or special. Do not allow a woman to make you feel like you are one in a million. No, you are one of a million. You're a dime a dozen. Yeah, but I'm red pill aware, red pill for life. Oh, okay. So that means she's telling the truth, right? Because you're Captain fucking Red Pill, women tell you the truth all the time, right? Even if she were telling the truth in any of these incidents, don't you think for 1 second you're the only one on her radar. Women always have a backup plan, sometimes a blackup plan, if you know what I mean, in case you don't take the bait. And remember, gentlemen, if one password doesn't work, women will keep trying until they find it. I feel safe with you, Donovan. Well, now my response would be, well, of course you do. I'm bigger than you are. Okay, that didn't work. Let me try this one. I want to have your kids, Donovan. My response is, yeah, get in line. Damn, okay, that didn't work. You have the biggest dick ever, Donovan. My response, if I had a nickel for every woman told me I was the biggest or the best, I'd be rich. Okay, that didn't work, and so on and so forth. If a woman tries to make you feel special or unique to give you the impression that what she gets from you can't be gotten anywhere else, she is manipulating you. Of course she's had bigger dicks in her than you. She went to the University of Miami and hung out in the athletic dorms. Of course she wants to have kids with you. Her last 10 boyfriends know she's batshit crazy and fucked her with 8 condoms on. You are not special. I had a client one time. This is back when I did consultations. I don't have time for those anymore. But I had a client tell me that a woman he is seeing told him that she was a huge germaphobe. Didn't like touching anybody or anything. Everything was icky and nasty and disgusting. But for some reason, she said, I just can't keep my hands off of you. Well, apparently, she couldn't keep her hands off of the guy she walked up to her hotel room with either when a private investigator caught it all on camera. True story, guys. Know your passwords, guys. Because these women out here are constantly trying to hack your brain. They're trying to figure out what the shortcut is. They're trying to figure out what that cheat code is. They're trying to figure out which Trojan horse is going to get them through the gates to wreak havoc on your life. They're not trying to do it the hard way, guys. They're not trying to do it the right way. Because trust me what I tell you, if you don't figure out what it is, there is a 394% chance that she will. And if she figures it out before you do, it's a wrap. Understand this, guys. Understand this. Women are only as genuine as their mission dictates. If something she does or says makes you feel special or unique, you need to tamp down those feelings. You need to shrug off what she did or said and understand that what she is doing is trying to lull you into a false sense of security so that she can drain you of your resources, your time, and your sanity, while she bangs Kevin in sales in his office every Tuesday and Thursday afternoon when you think she's at lunch with Jenny from accounting, and Dave, the unemployed garage band guitar player who may or may not be headed to jail for another probation violation every Saturday afternoon when you think she's having her weekly tea and talk with her best friend. Oh, wow. Theo Waff. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Nate Dogg says his password is censored. Nixon Talk says, I've been told you're the king of making me shake when she did shake, but whatever. Okay, Nixon is humble bragging. Nixon wants us to think he has a six foot dong. Oh, Charles says, when she says, I wish this moment lasts forever. What are we, 20? What are we, 19? I wish this moment would last. No, I don't wish this moment lasted. I got shit to do. Get out of my apartment. Listen, that probably worked on me when I was, 16, 17 years old. Theo Woff with the $50 super chat says, without you, I have no one. I remember Amy used to tell me, you make me want to be a better person. Right before she'd go off and fuck some other redneck. Red Pill Mike, password, I have no desire to F other guys. Yeah, Yuji says, password, if I can't have you, no one will. That's not a password, that's a threat. That's a threat, dude. Red Pill Mike says this topic is just appealing to my dark sense of humor. Yeah, the peanut butter thing was a little wacky. King Life, you're the first person I think about and the last person I see before I go to bed. I've heard that one before. Oh, I've heard that one before. Yuji, I want you all to myself. Oh, these are good. These are good. JB84, it's all for you. Oh, my God. This is funny as hell. Oh, here we go. Theo Wop, you are my first black man. You're the first black guy I've ever had sex with. Oh, dude. Oh, yeah, that's rich. That's rich. That's a good one. That's a very good one. That's a really good one. Right up $5 says, unless she's a virgin, no man is special to her. Makes sense. Oh, God. I woke up at 3:45 this morning, guys. I woke up at 3:45, man. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, Andre F., you make me whole. Oh, man, I've heard that one before, too. Tyler D., I will wait 1,000 years for you to be ready. Wow. King Life, I'm average at best, and you're the best for me. Oh, let's go to the Sharpe stream side. Dan C., his number one password, I too am enjoying breathing and blinking my eyes, fellow human. Okay. Some guy said, my password, you own this, the JJ. Yeah, we all hear the same thing. Here's another one. Nate Dogg says, my parents love you. That's not a password, my friend. When they say, my parents love you, when she says, little womanese, this is actually a translation in Womanese Volume 5. When she says, my parents love you, what she means is you're not attractive enough for them to fear you. If her parents love you, she's not aroused by you. If her parents hate you, oh yeah, she definitely wants you. King Life, you're the only one that could fill the void in time. Nixon talks, no one makes me feel the way you do. Dude, we've all heard all these. We've heard all of these. Ay, ay, ay. That's the way these things go, guys. That is the way these things go. Great show tonight, guys. Fantastic show. You guys came through for your boy. I woke up thinking it was Saturday. Woke up at 3:45 this morning. Did not go back to sleep. And I worked. Oh my God. Dude, I'm dead serious. So I woke up at 3:45. I was in the studio by about 4:30. Looks like I'm gonna leave the studio at 9:30. Now listen, I get up and eat, and actually I had all my meals right here. Had all my meals right here, man. Man, oh man, dude. 17 hours today, guys. 17 hours. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Woo! I gotta cut down on some of my I gotta cut down on my on my hours, man, because dude, 17 hours is a lot of hours, man. Like I can't. No, I straight up grinded it out. I just grinded it out, man. I was in here. I worked nonstop today. I can't remember. I don't remember. I do not remember taking a break. I think I took out the trash. I think I did that. But dude, 17 hours. Woo! God damn. But dude, got a lot done. Got a lot done, man. AJ Taylor, $5 says, I can't sleep without you. I can't breathe if you're not here. Tyler D, your arms are where I want to live. Rita says, I burn for you. That sounds like something that... Red Pill Mike says, this only happens in movies. Yeah, right? King Life says, want to get something to eat? I'll pay. Yeah, that's my password. Yo, that'll get me every time. Wait, what? Hold on. You're... Dude, Dev took us out to a really nice dinner the other night. She paid. I was like, oh, all right, cool. I'll put my wallet back. It's on you. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. Dan C says, my real top password is probably God, you're a hot Asian. I'll be damned. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm starting to fade. Oh God. I was good to go until about 5 minutes ago, man. Whew, man. I'm serious. I can't. I mean, I took a shower. No, man, dude, I was in the studio from 4:30. I mean, obviously I'd go use the bathroom and get something to eat, but dude, I have grinded it out today, man. Whew, man. So I'm gonna go have me a glass of wine or 7, and try to get some sleep. Oh my God. Oy. Great show tonight, guys. Fantastic, fantastic show tonight. I thank you all. Pardon me. I thank you all. Oh, Nixon Talks with the 50 Australian dollars says, for the hustle, Donovan. Appreciate that very much. That's going to do it for this edition of TSR Live. I will see you guys tomorrow for real for Crypto Oasis at 8:30. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Get thousands of hours of content not found anywhere on patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. Link in description.